my lady won. See? The yellow cross and the blue background, kinda of Sweden. My take on the Sarah Sjöström 100 meter freestyle. Time of 52.16 seconds from 31 July 2024. So that's from today, Wednesday, 31 July 2024. I'm filming this the same day. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. Tanis Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And this is the Sarah Sjöström of Sweden 100 meter freestyle race at the 2024 Summer Olympic Games in Paris, France. Time of 52.16 seconds in the final on Wednesday, 31 July 2024. With her time, she achieved first place. I provide my take / perspective on her performance and contextualize it in terms of watching the race on the West Coast branch of the television channel Canadian Broadcasting, CBC, CBC, in the Seattle area, CBUT. See, CBUT, is it like Canadian Broadcasting Union of Televisions? I don't, anyway, they nailed their broadcast for this race. So in terms of watching, I had it phrased differently. Okay. And I even, on the fly, I was like, they were introducing the swimmers. So this is on the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation channel over here. So I live far enough north. I've lived outside of Washington State to know that not everybody in the United States of America has access to Canadian television, but we live far enough north that we do. And so I did err on the going with Canada for today's. I watched this in the men's 200 meter butterfly, at least currently, as of when I'm filming this. And then, so I was watching, and I think Maggie McNeil, they had a swimmer, Canadian, who was entered and then withdrew or something. And so I was like, well, they have a Canadian in the men's 200 meter butterfly. Maybe they'll have the race before it, since she was entered in, right, and then withdrew. And so they were introducing it, and they were like, Shanna Jack, and I was like, Shanna Jack. Somebody said some magic words, my ears perk up, and then they show Miss Sarah the Sarah Sjöström of Sweden, and was like, Sarah! But I kept it on the inside, and she won, and I was just like, Scandinavia, reign supreme. I was so happy, and she was so happy, and I was like, we're so happy, Scandinavia's so happy. And I was like, my mom was she had started off, like, they were introducing the swing, and she was sitting down next to me, and she like walked out of the room, and I was like, Scandinavia won, the Sweden woman won, or whatever it was. And she was like, and I was like, what? My mom is half Norwegian. Okay, so like, this is a big deal for us, and like us Scandinavians. So yeah, that was really, and the broadcasters did really, they did a really good job. I used to watch the Canadian broadcasts of the Olympic Games when I was growing up. There's like my American favorite broadcasters, and then my overall favorite broadcasters. And so I kind of liked to watch the Canadian broadcasts because they did a really good job on balancing coverage in terms of not overly fixating on any one country. And the broadcast, if you did not watch the Canadian broadcast, CBC, I recommend it for this race. And they treated Miss Sarah Sjöström well, and lead up, in during the race, and following. So yes, although they were fixating on some of the other swimmers, and I was like watching the race, and I was just like, go! Congratulations, Sarah Sjöström. So I'm excited, and congratulations, Sweden. From me, Tanis Coralee Leonhardi.